Good afternoon and welcome to the news on the hour on GOTS Television, Odoajagu, Ogun State. First, the headlines. Federal government increases feeding allowance for inmates. NNPC says Dangote petrol will hit market on September 15th. Lagos signs MOU with federal government, Chinese firm on Green Line Rail. On the foreign scene, 17 pupils killed in Kenya school fire. In sports, Juan Mata joins A-League side, Western Sydney Wanderers. Now the news in detail. I am Olufunke Michael. The federal government has approved a 50% increase in the feeding allowance for inmates in Nigeria's custodial centers. This was announced by the spokesperson of the Nigeria Correctional Service, Umar Abubakar, at the Strategic Communications Interagency Policy Committee's monthly press briefing in Abuja. He said the increase from 750 naira per day to 1,500 naira per day, which has taken effect from August 2024, was part of the measures aimed at improving the welfare of inmates. The Lagos State government has signed an MOU with the federal government and China Harbour Engineering Company, CHEC, for the Green Line Rail project. The MOU, signed during the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation in Beijing, aims to transform Lagos public transport by linking key areas like Victoria Island and Lekki. Governor Sanwo-Olu hailed the project as a game-changer for Lagos transport infrastructure. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, has announced that petrol from the Dangote refinery will be available in the market from September 15, 2024. The company revealed this in a statement made available by its Chief Corporate Communications Officer, Olufemi Shuneye. Shuneye also made clarifications that downstream sector had been fully deregulated and the company would no longer fix fuel prices. Meanwhile, the NNPCL's Executive Vice President of Downstream disclosed that the NNPC had nearly 1,000 filling stations nationwide and will collaborate with marketers to ensure that stations open early, close late, to maintain adequate fuel supply to meet the needs of Nigerians. Nigeria has officially joined the International Civil Aviation Organization's Public Key Directory, a move aimed at improving the global ranking of the country's passport and enhancing border security. Interior Minister Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo announced that this step will modernize Nigeria's border control and ease travel through airports while boosting national security and economy. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, has questioned former Minister of Labour Chris Ngige regarding job racketeering and contract awards at the Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund, NSITF. ICPC spokesman Demola Bakare confirmed the investigation is ongoing and Ngige may be called in again. This comes after previous investigations into alleged gratuity payments to NSITF's former managing director. The Adamawa state government has directed residents living along the waterways to relocate to higher ground, following fears of a second wave of flooding. The warning comes as River Benue swells to a dangerous level, causing flooding in more local governments. The deadly Madagali flood recently claimed over 11 lives, and Governor Amadu Fintiri has urged Nigerians to take precautionary measures as the situation may worsen with the potential release of water from the Lado Dam. We would go on a short break, and when we come back, the news continues. Welcome back. You can join us on our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter on GOTS 1049 FM. You can also listen to us live via our website at www.gotstvandradio.com. You can as well download our mobile app, GOTS 1049 FM on Google Play Store. And now onto the foreign scene. Tragedy struck in central Kenya today as 17 pupils died after a fire ripped through their school dormitory overnight in Nyeri County. According to the National Police spokesperson, Rasila Onyango, the fire broke out at around midnight, with the average age of the victims around 9 years old. He said the cause of the fire remains unknown, but an investigation is currently underway. In sports, former Manchester United and Chelsea midfielder Juan Mata has joined A-League side Western Sydney Wanderers on a one-year contract after leaving Japanese team Vissel Kobe. The player who left the EPL in 2022 was a fan's favorite at Stamford Bridge, winning the club's Player of the Year award in both of his full seasons in West London. He won the Champions League and FA Cup with the Blues in 2012, as well as the Europa League in 2013. And that concludes the news on the hour on GOTS 104.9. But before I go, here's a recap of the major stories. Federal government increased feeding allowance for inmates. NNPC says Dangote petrol will hit market on September 15th. On the foreign scene, 17 people killed in Kenya school fire. On sports, Juan Mata joins A-League side Western Sydney Wanderers. And that was the news. It was compiled by Aisha Raji and edited by Tawa Yusuf. Do join us for the next news bulletin. I am Olufunke Michael. Good afternoon.